What's going on YouTube? So today I'm going to show you guys exactly how is it that I make $87,000 in profit from home on a Saturday morning. That being said, we're going to walk you guys through exactly how is it that we sell our projects via Zoom. Like I said, I'm going to walk you through it before we jump on the Zoom call. I'm also going to be letting you guys in the Zoom call so you guys can see it live. So stay tuned for that. So hopefully you guys can see this, but very first thing that we are going to have open, obviously we have our Zoom call open. Biggest thing, everything I do, we must have an SOP to go. As you can see, we set the intentions of this call. We let them know what's gonna happen on this call, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens during this call. As you guys can see, we go down the line. All of these things must be checked off before we get off the call. Also, another thing we do is after the call, we need to update our team. How did the call end? So design changes. So we're gonna copy that, paste it in there. So once we're done with the call, you can see we're gonna tag our office. What was our, the changes? How did the call end? What's next? Like you always wanna leave the call recorded on somewhere on the call, like what's next. And then obviously we wanna have our design. As you can see, this is the design we're gonna be presenting. These are all the day shots. But yeah, so we'll go through this and then but anyway, I got 1 minute to the call. But yeah, like I said, when I'm on the call, I have my SOP that I'm gonna follow here, and then I have my presentation here. I only share this part of the screen, which let's get right to it because I'm actually they're waiting for me on the call, and I'll show you guys exactly how is it that I do it. All right, guys. So as you guys can see, I was only able to show you parts of the call because obviously after we get to the phase of us signing, collecting down payment, all of that stuff. Obviously I don't want to show any of that. It's confidential. I really want to respect the client's, what's it called, the privacy. But, I will show you guys here. Check it out, the signature. But as you guys can see, we got it done. We got it signed, and just like that, we made, let me see. So they did some add-ons. So we were at 175,000. We typically aim for 50% margins, gross, remember? So just like that, we profited $87,500. And that's how, like I said, that gives you a really good idea of how is it that I was able to profit that, how is it that I was able to sell that. Like I said, we always shoot for 50% gross margins for any design build jobs that we sell. This is gonna be a quick video, but I hope this helped you guys out there. It kind of gives you an idea of how is it that we sell here at Landscaping Experts, because I do get a lot of questions of like, how is it that we sell, 500-600K a month, sometimes in a week. I mean, this week we had 5 of these Zoom calls. Do the math. We did probably 500-600,000 this week. But then again, it didn't all start here. Like I said before, and I could actually go into a little bit of the story of how we got here, which I can, let me grab my coffee. I'll tell you guys how's it that things started. How were things before we got to this point here? All right, so you guys can see we got some fires in the office Saturday morning, but shit doesn't stop. Stanley just sent me a message that customer was not very happy with something, right? I don't know. There's always some kind of fire, but let's give Stanley a call, see what's going on.
Saturday, spend money. Like, yeah, well, that was the thing, right? Like, if I didn't call him to, say, he's all, yeah, we're on our way. And I'm like,
it's kind of weird because you're like, oh, come on, man. No, dude, I learned my lesson, dude. I didn't even send them an invoice, dude. I sent them a contract.
There was no bringing it down. You just fucking carried it back. We dropped the ball. If we dropped the ball. If we dropped the ball. I'm like, holy
yeah.
Shit, dude, you guys are, yeah.
Even for that amount of money, like, I don't even want to fucking do it because it's going to become a fucking problem.
Yeah. He's like, what fucking business do you fucking have to go work without, and just hope to get paid? And then on top of it, get treated like shit. All right, so now that we got that call handled, yeah, it was like I said, this stuff never ends. I might not be at the office, but like I always say, I'm not at work. I'm never at work, but I'm always working. Yeah, and then obviously Stanley's taking all the hits, but yeah, it's just we had pretty much a customer really upset that our guys didn't go do the work when they didn't sign a contract or give a down payment. And I'm like, holy shit, and they're just flipped out because we didn't go do the work. And it's like, yeah, anyway, yeah, it's having a service-based business is definitely I had someone on Instagram the other day say it's probably one of the hardest businesses to get into, you know. The service-based business, servicing people is in my opinion probably one of the hardest fucking things, but you know, that's what we chose, right? But anyway, back to how was it that we started. How, you know, obviously now I sell over 500K a month through Zoom at home, but how did it start, right? Well, way back, I started 20 years ago. Way back, it all started with, you know, still not knocking doors. Leads would come in because I would knock doors. Let's just fast forward to maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. One, I wasn't charging as much as I am right now for the designs. At that point, I was doing free designs, maybe charging $250. Right now, we charge a bare minimum of $1,500 per design, whether you go with us or not. 3 years ago, I like I said, I was not doing Zoom calls. I was sending them a video. Then you send them the design, then they start ghosting you. They go price shop around, and or I would, you know, have the design, drive out to them, you know, spend maybe an hour or two at their house, still wouldn't get anything signed. It was a headache, right? Like I said, it didn't all start here. Now our process is we jump on the Zoom call, we sign a contract, and then we get the down payment. But yeah, before it was way different. Even before we started designs, that was even tougher. We're just estimates, sending out estimates. But then again, I really sat down and thought about it, and I'm like, man. And it was more of also when Stanley came, right? He's like, why the fuck are we sending estimates to stuff we don't have a design for? That's, you know, a ballpark figure that which you can give them on the spot. So yeah, it was a lot different before, man. It was tough, right? That's why I don't want you guys to watch these videos and think that it all started here. And obviously we still have a shit ton of more improvement. But the biggest thing is, for me, was any time I was doing something, or any time that we do anything within this company, I try to figure, okay, how scalable is this without me being around? And what I was doing was not scalable. So if you're watching this and think about the process that you have to get your sales done, or anything within your company, if it's not something that you can scale, and especially without you, it's a problem, right? Because at that point you have a job. So yeah, that was the biggest thing that I wanted to change when I was doing the most to close a $20,000 job. So today's Saturday, 10:57. I'm about to go shower, start the day, and that's it for work. But yeah, not a bad Saturday, right? Not a bad Saturday. Also on the Zoom call, we did collect about $52,000 this morning too. So not a bad Saturday. Yeah, so I think we collected a couple $100,000 in deposits this week, which is not bad. But yeah, now so what happens after the design is sold? Typically, after that, it goes back to our design team to finalize anything we need to finalize on the plans, and then from there it goes to our permit department, which is my wife. Shout out to my wife. She's the one that deals with all of the permits, which is not fun. I would say it's probably, other than getting bitched at by the clients, permits is probably the number one thing that I hate doing, and that's the most tedious part of the process. But yeah, guys, other than that, if you made it to the end of this video, I hope that number one, thank you for making it to the end. Number two, I hope that all of these videos that I'm putting out for you guys are helping you guys in any kind of way. And if it did help you in any kind of way, drop a comment. It would be much appreciated. But other than that, we'll catch you guys on the next video. I think I'm gonna bring you guys along. I think I have a golf outing this week coming up. Probably bring you guys along. But other than that, stay tuned for a weekly vlog, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.